Hey Slayers, what's up? It is your girl Tiana, aka The Swag Slayer, creator of swagslayer.com, and my lovely co-host Rhonda, aka the Pink Diva Studios on IG and here on YouTube. Make sure you slay that subscription bell, hit that thumbs up, and make sure you head over to Rhonda's channel, the Pink Diva Studios, after this live, and you're subscribed to her video so you don't miss any brunch with Diva. She definitely has a special series coming up for February that you do not want to miss out on. So today we are talking about Fiverr, different ways to hire someone that can do things for you that maybe you don't want to do for yourself, or that has more skill or talent than you to be able to do. So we're going to jump right into it. As many of us know, Fiverr is an application or website actually that you can use to look for additional help. This is the home screen and this is what it shall look like when you come on. If you're not already signed up, you'll click this join button. If you're signed up, of course, you'll sign in. And then mine is on USD because I am in America. And then they have Fiverr for business, but I just use the regular Fiverr. So fun things that they say here at the bottom that you can have done. You can have somebody build a website or design it for you. You can do your WordPress. You can do Wix. You can do Shopify. You can do BigCommerce. You can do e-commerce, all of those. You get a logo design, which many people use to have their logos designed so they don't have to learn how to use the software to then create the logo. And then I guess you can learn about drop shipping. I'm assuming that these are the most searched options. That's why it says popular right underneath this search bar. So let's click on logo design. I know that I had my logo designed by someone else. It was not on Fiverr. I found this person on social media, but they were able to create a really nice logo for me. So if you're trying to brand your content or even take a look at what you've got going on and you want to make sure that somebody knows your stuff from the next stuff, I'm going to put it on the full screen so it's clear and you can see it, then having a logo may be something you want to do. Since we talk about entrepreneurial type things here on the Swagslayer Talk every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're all entrepreneurs, or at least want to be one. So when you come down, they have like what they call minimalist, 3D, a mascot, of course, would include some sort of character, whether it is a person or an animal. It's your signature. They can hand draw, a vintage type, or a watercolor. If you're not sure what type of logo you would like, you can click one of these categories and get an example. Or you can just scroll down and take a look at what are the extra options here for the examples that people have put together. And you can see here they range in price. Always remember on Fiverr, there are 3 package options. There's like basic, which is the price that you always see here. So for example, this is $5. If you don't know the history of Fiverr, it came out offering services for $5. That's why it's called Fiverr. So it says they'll design a modern and trendy logo. And then it's $5. This is their winter sale. It's one icon or text-based logo. It's got the 4 revisions, a free vector file, which is so important. If you're going to get a logo created, try your hardest to get a logo in a vector size file, because if you want to put it on other items, t-shirts, mugs, pamphlets, whatever, it is easier for you with a vector file than some of the other files. There are some other good files out there, don't get me wrong, but a vector file really does help because you can shrink and stretch the image without losing any of its crisp consistency. This one says, no complex mascots designs for this package. And then it tells you here exactly what you get. Again, it reiterates it. And then it shows you examples. Remember, these examples are not always for the basic package, because as you can see, there's a standard and a premium, which we'll take a look at in just one moment. So these are different logo designs that this freelancer can create for you. So if we go to standard, which is the next one, it is $30. So you see how the prices change. The price that you see on the front screen is always going to be for the basic package. So this one is a 3HQ logo. You get 7 revisions. You get the vector and source files. And then again, no mascot designs. It'll take them 2 days to turn around. So that means once you give them all the information they need, they get 48 hours to return it to you through the Fiverr app. Again, it shows you what you need here. And then premium is $60. You get 5 ultimate logos plus unlimited revisions, the vector files, and it's still 2 days. So I like unlimited revisions because I know exactly what I want, but I cannot always express that in a way where the other person understands. So sometimes we have to go back and forth a little bit to get exactly what I'd like to have. So I try to pick someone with unlimited. It just makes me feel more comfortable. Again, on Fiverr, everyone is all over the world. That is the beauty of Fiverr. So this person is in India. They responded in about an hour. They've been a member since 2019. And their last delivery was about 2 hours ago. This section is important because you want to know how long it takes for them to respond to you if you have a question, and then when the last time they did work on the site. So that's really important. And then this is just their bio, and it talks about them. And then, of course, you can scroll down to look at all 3 packages to do that comparison, just to see, okay, what's the difference between this price, and the next price, so you can make the best decision. So I always advise to look at a couple of them before you make a decision on where you like to, or who, you like to design your logo. So you can scroll for days, right, to find them. And then I was gonna show you, I was hoping, let's see where it says this one for $500. Because you have the don't laugh, Rhonda.
Well, I'm laughing because I just pulled up one that said $780, and I was like, yes. Oh my Lord.
Yes, they range so high. Yes. But when you so this person here, once they got their logo completed, they left a review, and this is the logo that was created for them. So I also like to see logos that were created. You don't have to, if you get the logo created, to leave your logo in the review. You can leave a review and not show the work that they did. But I like to see ones that have work that's done. Of course, that's not up to the creator. That is up to the person who purchased. Sometimes they are not ready to reveal their things, so they don't. But this is a logo that was created. They said the person was very professional and a talented seller. And this was 3 weeks ago. Let's see what else. So this one is amazing guy, got 2 artworks. That was a week ago. So they created, this Fiverr thing is here, but everything other than this Fiverr is what was created for them here. So I like to look through those if they have them. They don't always have them because, like I said, it's up to the person who purchased if they want to show the work that was created. They don't have to. Oh, this is cute, Madam Sherry.
Oh, it is cute.
So always click through those if they have that option. But if they don't, they usually give examples of things that they have done. And I'm confused as to why these cost $500. But so the basic package was $5. Okay, wait. So $500, you get 1 logo concept, original, fresh, smart, all files, 3D mockup. The standard, which is $800, you get 2 logo concepts, original, fresh, smart. Okay. And then the premium is $1,000. It takes them 10 days to deliver it. Okay. Well,
wow.
There you have it. And we're on to the next one. So just always scroll through here. Let me tell you, I'm on a business budget. If you follow Chandra at Glow Girl Glow on Instagram, she talks about having a budget. It's so important. And so I select my services based on the budget that I have. So whatever my budget is and whatever I need to do, that's what I base my prices on. So like I said, I did not get my logo created here on Fiverr. I found someone on social media, but I would if I needed to. So before we move on to the next thing that you can have created on Fiverr, did you have any input, darling?
Well, I've dealt with Fiverr for a very long time, and they're always really kind of my go-to if I need, logo, because I can sit and try to figure this out, try to figure that out. But, I'm really wasting time when I should have just went there in the first place. And this year for 2021, honey, I'm not wasting any time on anything that I cannot do. I am outsourcing. So if Fiverr can do it, I'm there with Fiverr. And my recent logo, of course, I had done through Fiverr, which I love, 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 love. But I think they're a great source to go to. I mean, the thing about them is that they have so many different price ranges, and you don't have to just stop at the first one you see. It's best to scroll through, know what you want, and be able to express that in great detail. And the reason I'm stressing great detail is because sometimes there can be a communication issue.
Yeah.
So I definitely take the samples that they have. I take screenshots of what I want, of the font, the way I want the picture to look and all that. I circle it, make sure I write in there, I want this font. I want it to say this, 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 and this, so that they know automatically what I want. And if it still needs to be tweaked, then you can have it tweaked, because most of them offer at least 2 to 3 what is it? Changes. I can't think of the right word. I'm trying to revisions. Thank you, darling. Revisions. So I love that they offer that. And it depends sometimes on the price range, but most of them are really good. The last guy that did my intro, outro, I know I drove him nuts, but he was really cool about changing things and not, he was like, okay, is this right? He wanted to make sure it was right. So I tell you, they have been always nice to work with, but you have to definitely be specific, because you might work with someone who's in Pakistan or somewhere like that. So my first bit of advice would be clear, know what you want, and express that in detail. Yes. But I do like the way that their turnaround time is. If it's something really simple, you possibly could get it the same day.
That's true.
Or it could be the 2 days that they say. I've gotten something I thought it was going to take a while in 24 hours. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this is cute. But I think that it's a great go-to. You can spend as much money as you want. You can spend $5 to, like I just pulled up this create your unique brand identity for $780. Now for $780, honey, I need to know, are you going to print all my things? Are you going to create, print, deliver? I mean, what all are you going to do? You're going to list it for me? I mean, $780. I got to have more than just you coming up with a logo.
Right. And those are things to think about, because there are people with varying degrees of skill. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to have something that you can afford, because there are companies out there that are bigger than some of ours that $750 is a steal. They're like, you can have it, make my stuff, boom, done. I am not at that level yet, and that is okay. So I still use Fiverr because they're great people with great skills. Some people have just created accounts, so they need reviews before they can raise their price. So you can use them. There are some people, again, who live outside of the United States, and our American dollar is so much more that they can charge less. So they're still getting what would be deemed as a really good price for them. But in American dollars, it's a lot less for us. So those are all kind of things you can think about and look at when you're picking your service, especially if you already have a logo and they're just revising it. That is not as expensive as getting a logo from scratch. So those are things to think about. And then always remember, Fiverr does charge you a $2 service fee. So if it says $5, it's really $7. And that's because Fiverr collects $2. They run the website. They got to collect their money up front,
Right. And the other, I had to just open this up because I was really curious about it. And it's pro verified. And basically she creates your unique brand identity. She identifies herself as a creative director, producing award-winning branding and publishing work for international clients. So her prices start at $750 and go all the way up to $2,000 and such and such.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So, and she gives you small packages, medium packages. Her largest package is 3 logo design concepts, stationery. I'm like, do people still use stationery? Up to 3 custom brand assets. That means packing tags, labels, signage, landing page, and brand document, all the necessary file formats, and only 2 revisions. But you know, and that I'm sure that's her $2,000 packet.
Right.
But I'm just like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. But I'm not there yet either. I'm still down here at the $5.
I like
$20. The $5 to $25.
Right. Like, yeah, my range is $5 to $35, depending on what it is, because that's just where I am. And I know over time it will grow, and I'll be able to do that. And hopefully, instead of paying a one time, I'll have a team. In my head before I go to bed, I'm always like, oh, my team will look like this. They'll do this. They'll sit over here. My office will look like that. And not like what the human would physically look like, but like what they look like in the little cute uniform I'm going to give them. And by uniform, I just mean it'll probably just be a button on their own clothes because I can't afford uniforms. But that's not the point.
Well, I tell you that you and your team can also get the T-shirts made through Fiverr. Yes. They will do a T-shirt design for you.
Yes, I can.
So you can go, and it starts, like this one right here, starts at $45. So you can have a T-shirt designed, specifically for T-shirts. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And you get them embroidered too, which I love because, Canva does T-shirt. You can get it specifically to fit a T-shirt. Me and my non-tech savvy self is always struggling. Like, this doesn't fit right. The letters are coming off the shirt. Whatever.
Let me tell you again, I say, I am not going to waste hours because this year more than any other year, I am minding my time.
Yes.
And if my time is going to be spent on doing something that I know I cannot do, then I am definitely sourcing out for it. I have no problem with that at all because time is money, and I am dedicated to that this year.
Yes. So my sister, so grateful. She's coming over today, and she's gonna try to help me list all of my one-offs. We sell clothes, and so I'm gonna photograph. She's gonna create the listings, and hopefully we can just bust it out. So I'm gonna pay her and feed her. And let's hope my daughter doesn't distract us too much because I'm so sure that's what's going to happen. But
you're going to pay her and feed her.
And feed her. Yeah, because not paying her enough to have a real job. So I got to feed her too.
I love it. Girl, I'm not above that. Let me tell you, when somebody comes to help me, I'm like, okay, what you want to eat?
Right. Oh, I'm not cooking it.
I know that
pick it up on the way to my house. Okay.
I knew. I already knew. That's why I didn't ask what you were cooking. I already knew.
Nothing. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. I'm gonna put full screen. So, hold on, guys. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, so another cool thing you can do, like Rhonda was saying. So we're gonna start. What in the world is this, Jesus? Okay, it's not my computer. We're gonna start here, and we're gonna type in intro, outro. Like Rhonda was saying, she got her intro, outro made on Fiverr. Now, y'all haven't heard it because I don't know how to attach it. But sooner or later, I'll know how to attach it. Soon and very soon. But you guys have seen mine at the end of every video that I have, sometimes in the beginning. But I did have that for sure created here on Fiverr. So again, you can scroll through them and you can see what they look like. I'm not going to click on them because I don't know if this music is, YouTube okay or YouTube not okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
Right. I know mine's okay. But you can go through and see, like, it says $15, $25, $100. And then typically, this one says $500. Okay. So this one, it's 5 seconds for the basic package. It has quick animation of your logo or artwork. It's a 5-day turnaround. It does do the overlay. The standard package is still 5 seconds and premium is 10 seconds. So I'm showing you this one so you can get an idea and an example of prices for, oh, this is cute, for what they're charging. But then let's go back and where is that $15 one? Okay, so let's look at the package they have here. And so okay, this person has 6 reviews. This person has 77. They're $15. Let's see what they're offering. So the basic package is $15. You get 5 to 10 seconds intro, custom music, high resolution, plus logo animation. You get the overlay. It's a 2-day turnaround, custom design, background music. The standard is $30, same amount of time. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, no, you get 5 more seconds. Yeah, so this is 5 to 10 seconds. This one's 10 to 15 seconds. And then the premium gives you everything, transparent background for 15 to 30 seconds. If you are doing YouTube, you want your intro to probably be about 5 seconds, and then your outro can be longer. You don't want to lose your viewer on YouTube because your intro is so long. Reason why I stopped using my outro as an intro, sometimes I'll cut it down and just use 5 seconds of it. So that is the tip I got for YouTubers. So have your intro be shorter than your outro, or have one intro outro created and then have a section of it where when you edit the video, you can just edit it to 5 seconds, but it still show like whatever you want it to show. So on my outro video, I can edit just the end, which I actually need to have updated. And that's about 5 seconds. And I'll edit it and sometimes put it in the intro of my pre-recorded videos. So as you can see, this person is actually giving much more than the person whose thing was $500. So that's what you want to look around for. I'm sure the $500 freelancer gave great work. They're just not giving all these options, and these options cost a lot less. And then, of course, let's see. Again, I'm not going to play this stuff, but you can take a look and, you know, look at the work and see what happened. This basketball is on fire. I really want to play that, but I'm not. You can just look at their work and then compare between what you like to have, the style that they're giving, and the price point that you're able to fit inside your business budget. This looks fun too. So those are things to consider and think about. These transparent background files, they may or may not be important to you, but to be able to add your logo, that is important. And to have a correct time frame is important also. So that is something you definitely want to look at. The amount of time the intro outro will be. If you're able to add your logo to it, it almost would make 0 sense to have a intro outro without your logo. So that's why we looked at logos first, and we're looking at intro outro second, because the logo first would be very beneficial. So then when you are ready to move and have your intro outro made, you can add your logo to that. Another reason why it's very important to try to get your vector file when you get your logo. So yes, let me close this one. So Rhonda, when you had your logo made, was it a simple process to find the person you were looking for, or to be able to communicate with that person what you wanted to get your intro outro made?
Okay, so I really go through and I look at least, I'm saying least 5 different creators. Yes. I'll call them creators. Yes. 5 different creators, and I read everything. I read the reviews. I read, because I'm big on reviews. So I read all the reviews. I see where their standing is as well. If they're new, if they've, how many reviews they had, are the reviews good, this, that, and the other. And then I look at all their work that they have on there, if it's available. So these are things I take into consideration when I'm choosing someone. Now, I have one particular person that I really like who has done logos for me in the past. And so they're kind of always my go-to person. And with the intro outro, I really like I don't know. I just got a good vibe from from the guy that did it, and I liked the music. He was really helpful in selecting the music. He sent me samples. He did he did all of this because at first I asked him. I said, "Well, do you have any R&B?" He was like, "I'm not understanding what R&B is." I was like, "Well, never mind." So I tried to give him some examples of what R&B was. Give him, but honey, that was wasted. So let's move on. But he did send me some samples, and out of the samples, I really enjoyed. I really found one that I really liked that I thought was kind of me. So the process was really easy. I mean, he made it easy for me. Like I said, he offered samples. He offered to work with me. He offered. He sent me samples of music. Oh, and he sent me another sample of his work that wasn't posted, and I really liked that because whoever he did that for was they should have been happy, joy with that because it was awesome. Yeah. But in answer to your question, Marina, did you already have some ideas on your logo requirements? Yes, because I can't tell you the name of this font, but I fell in love with this font years ago. I could never find it myself, even though I know that it's out there. I just don't know the name of it. And I think even different websites call it different name. Mm-hmm. So I could not even, but I love it. I love that font because I don't know, it just speaks to me. So I knew exactly, I knew kind of what I wanted. I knew I wanted that font. But once I went to the guy's page, I saw the exact thing. I was like, oh, I love this font. I love the crown. Of course, why not? Yes, and and whatever I added to that, that's what I added. And I did exactly what I said. I want the crown. I want this font. I scratched out the little whatever he had, something that didn't apply. And I wrote the Pink Diva Studio, how I wanted that. And then I wanted just PDS with the crown, of course. And he accommodated me on everything. Yes. I think the only thing I had to change was the way he had studio. And I needed the ST, I needed separate, a little space in between that because I like that look. But other than that, honey, I knew what I wanted as far as the font. But yes. They most of the time they are very easy to work with. Again, I say you have to know what you want. Yes. Go through everything and find your font, find what speaks to you, and be very detailed and clear when you place that order.
Yes. And then when I ordered mine, we went kind of back and forth a little bit just to get it. And it wasn't perfect, but I also was like, time is money. This will work. And so I need to update it now because I need to add the website. I didn't have the website when I first made it. So things like that, because I couldn't play the other outros. I will play mine really quick just right here so you get an idea so it's fresh in your head when we're talking about the topic before we move on to the next topic. And then I'm going to tell you something that's super important. If you can't find what you need as we searched before, it'll be like 10 seconds, I think. We'll be back. Don't go nowhere. So yes, Rhonda's gym.
I always be dancing.
So at the end of that, where it's got the white screen and my logo, I need to put swagslayer.com there. And then that's the part that I edit in my editing software and can also use as an intro because I didn't want to pay for an intro and an outro. I just want to pay one time and then be able to use that file for multiple things. So that's what I was saying when I was saying buy one, but make sure somewhere in there it has a piece where you can cut it down and just make it an intro because you want your intro to be shorter. What I do want to tell you guys, I couldn't figure out how to find it on the Fiverr website without me signing in. You can request a project to be made for you, basically. So once you're signed in, you can go into Fiverr and you can hit a request. And then you put the details of what you're looking for and what you want, the turnaround time, like you fill all those in. And then other creators will bid on it and tell you, I can do it for this price. I can do it for this price. And sometimes when I can't find what I'm looking for, I will do that. And that's how I got my intro outro made. I just made a request. I typed in everything I wanted because some of the people said they had this option, this option, this option, this option. And then other people had different options. And I was like, but I want all the options. So I just typed them all in. It was like, this is what I'm looking for. And people bid on it. And then that's how I was able to pick someone. So I definitely suggest that. Thank you, Marina. If you cannot find what you're looking for exactly in one package, then send out a request and then let people bid on the request and then select the person after you chat with them, because they can bid on the request and then you can chat with them to talk to make sure, you know, you can communicate well with them. They understand what you're looking for, and then you can pay for it and they'll put it out. Note, this is a Swagslayer pro tip. They bid on your item and say they'll do XYZ that you put in there, and they bid low because they want you to accept it. They cannot then later charge you more for it. I did have someone try to do that to me, and I was like, no. You know, and the top was like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, because my brand is logged into my Fiverr. So I'm always very polite. But I was like, you agreed to this. I paid you for this. I need you to complete it. And they did, but I guess they were kind of new to it too. So I guess they thought, oh, I'm gonna just send a low bid and then say, no, you have to pay me more later. Now I do tip my person, but keep in mind, if you tip, you still have to pay an additional $2 Fiverr fee. So if you pay up front, you pay the $2 fee. If you tip at the end, you pay another $2 fee. So just keep that in mind. I do like to tip my creators though.
Did I pay an extra $2 to tip?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. I'm thinking that you're being a little, but you know what? I know that the tipping is necessary actually, because Fiverr does take a percentage of, you know, what those creators do.
Right.
So, you know, tipping is not bad when you think about the fact that Fiverr is taking away from whatever they're getting at the end.
Which makes no sense because you charge me $2.
Right.
Why are you also charging them? But whatever.
Yeah.
So yes.
So that once I found that out, see, I didn't know that. And as a matter of fact, they've always charged that $2.
Yes.
You know, they've always done that. But once I found out how much they were taking from the creator, I was like, oh, okay, well, I need to start tipping.
Yeah.
Because
I actually don't know how much that is. I didn't look that
up. My
So,
daughter told me, and I can't remember, but because she was interested in, I told her, I said, look on Fiverr, maybe you could create you a Fiverr account. And I too was going to do that because I wanted to get into doing voiceovers. So I was like, wait a minute now, y'all can be taking all the coin, because now I see why they have to raise their prices so much and have a different tiers of pricing.
Right.
So it all makes sense now after she told me that.
Ask me about that voiceover thing after the show, because I have something for that. So we're going to go to the next one. Oh, I always share the screen and then I be confused about where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Here, for a lot of us that resell, you have the option to get an assistant for that. So I just typed eBay in the search. I had already done this, and so I have it pulled up. And then you can look for, it says they'll create an amazing eBay store and custom listing templates. They will do bulk product listing on eBay, Amazon, Walmart, and Shopify. And then this one says, I will promote US and Canada, UK traffic, marketing, sales, you know. So you have to look at these. Now, these are things that people are interested in because they're looking for virtual assistants. I have never gotten a virtual assistant off of Fiverr, but I do want to let you know that that is something that is available. I would do more research, definitely look into it. But again, it looks the same. I already had this one open. So it says, I will do the eBay listing, eBay product listing, eBay SEO listing, eBay lister. They put all that here. So when you search, they'll come up. So then they do 20 eBay listings for $10. And it's a 2-day turnaround. Or 50 eBay listings for for $25, for a 3-day turnaround, and then 100 eBay listings for $50 for a 5-day turnaround. That is 50 cents a listing, but of course you have to let this person have access to your eBay. I have heard that there is a like a back office to eBay, and then if you have them enter through the back office, you get notified every time that they log in, so you can see like what day and time that they logged in. Again, this is their profile. They have an average response time of an hour, and their last delivery was a day ago. So that's good to know. And again, you can scroll down to the bottom and compare. There are not a lot of details here because it's just the listings. So I know individuals who are like, I'm so busy, I have things going on. They are looking for a lister. You can find one on Fiverr. I would definitely reach out to someone who is possibly using a Fiverr lister and just get a referral or something like that. Maybe someone is already using. That way it's more of a reference than just, you selecting someone. But again, you can just select someone. Again, this person does the bulk listing, and they do 50 listings for $25, 200 for $100, and then 500 listings for $250. I always recommend start off with the small package and test the water, see if it goes the way you want it to go, see if you enjoy it, see if you and the person communicate well, just to see if it's going to work well for you. So here at the bottom, I didn't scroll on the other ones. You get more suggestions, right? So this one says product upload on any e-commerce store: WooCommerce, AliExpress, Amazon, Poshmark, Magento, BigCommerce, Shopify, eBay, and Wix. The color is a little different on my side of the screen, so I wasn't sure what those letters were, but I got it now. Plus, you know the motto. Y'all know I need glasses, so not the point. So anyway, it says I will add 15 SKUs to any e-commerce store for $5. And by SKUs, if you're not familiar, that's just individual items. So if you resell, each one of your individual items would be counted as a SKU. If you have 5 of the same thing, that one thing would be counted as a SKU. So I hope that makes sense, because in the world of the big boys and big girls, they talk about SKUs. They don't talk about listings and items. So let's just know that. And then the goal, wait a minute. So they're going to add 15 SKUs for $5. Then same 15 for $20, but then they do title optimization and meta tag optimization. I do not know what that is. And then for $30, same 15 SKUs, they also add a product description. This would not be something I would use because Poshmark need a product description and a title no matter what. I'm not paying, I would not be able to use the 15 SKUs on Poshmark because I have to have a title and a description. So that's a little confusing. So yeah, just read everything carefully to make sure you kind of know what they're offering you and what you're going to get. So here, like it's showing, let me do full screen. It really doesn't get any bigger, but it's showing like something at the end. Someone watching this definitely knows more than I know. And they're like, oh, duh, it's just whatever. But I don't know what that is. So, but then here's the listing and everything. I'm not really sure it's pointing out the URL. So I'm not that advanced. Not yet, though. I'm coming for you. Just wait for me. But yeah, these are items that you can also have for listers on Fiverr. So if a lister is something that you need on Fiverr, you can definitely go there, check that out. Like I said, try to have someone review, give you a review or a referral, and so you're using somebody that they've used it. Tina said, I have used a virtual assistant from Fiverr. Great experience. So yeah, that is awesome to hear because they're out there and they want to work and get paid. You want to work and get, you want them to work and you want to pay them. So you definitely want, someone you can trust who's good at the work, because I don't mind making it rain. You feel me? I just want to make sure you're going to get the work done.
So Tina, what did you have done exactly? I'm curious to, cause I'm nosy.
But for us, that would be someone we would ask. That would be a person who can give us a true referral because we know and trust her. So yeah, I would ask you, what did you have done? How long did they work for you? Whatever the case, because a virtual assistant is definitely an asset. It's definitely someone to have in your pocket because you can only do so much. If you want to scale your business, you got to have a team. And that is what I'm looking for in the future, is to have a team. I would love to have a team of 4 other individuals that I can pay to get work done, so I can be the creative one to be like, okay, we can do this too. This will make us more money. Because look at me now. I do 6 live shows on YouTube every single week, plus 2 live shows in Clubhouse every single week. Plus, I'm about to start another live show with my girl Brittany from Brittany All Bossed Up on her channel. So I can't do everything. I need someone that I can
I'm truly exhausted from just all this listing that you just did. I'm exhausted. Tia said closet sharing and listing. See, now I'm going to tell you, I'm not above having someone list, especially on eBay for me, because y'all already know how I feel about eBay. I would give eBay a try if I didn't have to list everything.
Yes.
So that might be something, of course, that might be something I might be interested in and things, because I can't with eBay. I can't. Marina, do you hear me? I need someone who can list my items, and then maybe I can move forward.
Yes. Got you. I understand that. And so then the very next thing, because I have a virtual assistant that shares my closet. I do have that, but I need like the next level where I photograph and then they're going to create the listings. Like that's the next step. Brittany says it's so true to scale. You definitely need a team.
Yes.
To have a team means you'll also need SOP standard operating procedures. Lord Jesus. Just something to think about. And yes, she's right. So I have a process that I do, and I tried to train my husband to follow the process just to make sure it worked. But my husband is a full-grown man that I'm married to. And then he's just like, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. And I'm like, but babe, we got to make sure. And he's like, that seems longer. And I'm like, but no, I think it's shorter. Let's just time it. And he's like, no, thanks. So
I your own family who don't want to cooperate.
Yeah. So I wanted to test my processes with me and him, because what we used to do was I would photograph, he would create the listing for my Posh Closet, and then he resells. So then he would take his photographs and then I would create his listings. That way they were simultaneously happening. Boom, 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 one after the other. But he was always, reselling is not his thing. He resells because I resell. And he's like, okay, cool, I just resell, whatever. And he uses that extra money to invest. But like, if reselling was more his thing, he would be like, okay, yeah, what are we doing? He has another venture that really consumes a lot of his time. He talks about it all the time. So like I talk about entrepreneurship and reselling all the time. He talks about this venture nonstop. It's me and my daughter. We're always like, oh, yeah, he's probably doing XYZ. And sure enough, that is what he's doing. So I get it. He has a passion for something different. And even though I participate in his passion, it's the same lack of enthusiasm with me when I'm trying to participate in his passion that he has when he tries to participate in mine. But because we love each other, we always support each other. We're just not as hyped up on the opposite topic. So I'm going to test my processes with some new VA. I don't have one yet, just to make sure they're working. And then if they're not working, I'll adjust from there. So I just want to start off. I do have one, like I said, that shares my closet, but I want to have another one that tests out the other processes that I put in place. And then that way we can communicate to try to refine them before I add on more people. I hope that makes sense. I kind of went off on a tangent, but yes. So the next,
I was just going to let you finish, girl, because sometimes we just got to get it out, honey. I just want you to feel better. But
he is the best. Like I will tell you, he has stayed up with me late to be like, babe, I got to get all this inventory up. And he has stayed up and put in the time and has done it with me. So I appreciate him. You have no idea, because there are times I'm like, this resale life, I don't want to do it. And he's like, everything's fine, babe. Like, we made a mistake. We know what it is. We can fix it, because I'll be the one to be like, I quit. And he has to talk me back down. So,
well, thank goodness for hubby.
Yes. Thank goodness for his patience, Lord Jesus. I don't know how he's married to me, because I'd be like, me, because, okay, so I know I told y'all there's me and myself. So me is hanging out doing things, and sometimes myself will be like, what are we doing? Like, we probably should be doing something else, like when me is distracted. So me is married to my husband. I love him. He's the best. Myself, we want to tell him, I don't know why you married to this crazy girl. Like, you need to leave her alone. She is a mess. So, let's see, love is blind. Thank God. So, the next and last topic, which I think is the last one, let me put it back on the screen, is virtual assistants. Must not be the last one because I have another one. Oh no, it's virtual assistants. So again, you scroll through. I had already pulled it up. Virtual assistants is here. I just searched it. You can, of course, search by the subcategories here and then find what you are looking for, because you may need a virtual assistant for something other than listing. There are other things that can be done in a business. So this person says they will be your 365-day customer service, live chat support, email support for any business. So as you grow or you do a different business venture, or in your current business venture that needs this assistance that you're currently doing, you can hire someone to do it for you. So it's 3 days, up to 10 hours. And then they have, again, the multiple packages. So for the week is $120 for 20 hours. 30 days is 50 hours. But of course, if you need more, I'm sure you can buy the package twice, because some of the freelancers will let you get the package twice just to add in what you need based on how many clients and customers they already have. Again, their turnaround time to respond to you in chat is about an hour. And then their last delivery was 3 hours ago. So that is something to definitely think about, because if you need more than what the package is saying, you can usually talk with them and they can create a custom package for you, or you can buy multiple of the same package to make sure you are able to use the service in the way that you need the service to be used. So this person will do data entry and they do web research. I'm not sure I would need web research, but remember, listing is like data entry. So don't get confused or like frustrated if you can't find like someone under the listing category to get what you need, because data entry is the same. They're typing in the descriptions and stuff. Now, with data entry, if all they do is data entry, you may have to have them work off a template that you've created just to make sure that they put the stuff in, because they're not going to know if they're just data entry about the styles and the brand. So from your pictures, you should be taking pictures of the size and the brand, and then you just give them the template and they fill the template in. So that may be something you want to consider as well under data entry, and then just talk with that person and communicate and see if that's something that they could do or even want to do, because sometimes they don't want to do that, but some people I know under data entry will definitely do that. And so this is for a task. So they charge $10 for 1 hour. That might be something that you want to consider having them do. So they're basically $10 an hour. All their packages are for $10. It's just 1 hour, 3 hours, and 6 hours. And then this way you can assign them a task. Now, this person you may need to talk to a little bit more, but you can also use that template if you're having them list for you that you give them. And again, they're just going to type in, fill in the blanks for the brands and the sizes based on the pictures you took of the item. And their last one was about 2 weeks ago. So those are definitely things to look at when you're looking at Fiverr, because there's so many different things that you can get done on Fiverr. There's so many options and there's so many things. There might be things you haven't even thought about. So even if you're not ready to hire somebody, you might want to just scan through there and look at kind of the services, because you know how we are as entrepreneurs. We get knowledge and information and it's in our mind. And then when we get an idea, we're like, oh yeah, I remember I learned this and I learned that. I can do this. This is where I go to get it done. So it's good to always be educating. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I want you to take a breath first, and then and then I want to say that Tiana Online has joined. Thank you for joining, Tiana. And Tiana is on Fiverr, and she makes buku dollar, on Fiverr. I didn't realize that she worked on Fiverr, but oh my God, I wish I would have known that sooner, because she could have come on and talked to us about Fiverr.
Yes. I mean, she can always still come at a later time. We are here every day, Monday through Friday.
Well, this is true. So Tiana, let's set it up so you can come on and kind of, talk to us about Fiverr, because, hearing someone and knowing someone who works on there can give us, a little bit more insight to how it works and how, her system works, what she has in place. So I think that's a really great idea. And, she's a writer. So,
yes, a freelance writer.
Yes. We all love Tiana. But
and then, this is Ava's new account. So Aesthetic Life by Me. So if you guys are not following Ava, she's the young entrepreneur that we met during Posh Party, birthday party, Posh 9, whatever they call it.
That is not Ava in the picture.
Well, it could be. Why can't it be Ava? I don't know. But if you're not, she has a new YouTube channel, so follow that. She'll be doing some different things on her channel. And yes, Deanna, we would love to have you on. So we're gonna be in your DMs. Okay, that was supposed to be typing, but like, okay, whatever. So
I went back in the day to type.
Yes. Yes, I love it. Okay. Yes, okay. I love it.
Ava said that is not her, but she loved the outfit. Okay, Ava, because I was getting a little concerned, y'all. Hey, Christy.
Oh, and then Ava's going to be doing a Poshmark how-to video. Yes, I saw that because I started doing one, and I don't like to edit, y'all. I just don't.
I don't either. I do not like to edit. Now, if I ever needed anybody from Fiverr to edit, then maybe so. But I do not like to edit. What I do is what you get, and that's how we're going to roll.
And that's why we're live. That's why I'm live 6 days a week, because I don't want to edit nothing. I made that Clubhouse video for you guys because I love you this much. And baby.
But don't do that again here. Because that almost drained you right there.
It did. It took all day. I was so frustrated that Rhonda and I are in this group chat where we lift each other up and encourage each other and give each other tips. And I'm not the one to be in the group chat like life sucks. But I was in the group chat like, oh my God, I'm never gonna finish this video. Like, it was bad. But I finished it and it helped you guys. Did. And I'm going to make a part 2 because there's new things. It's just going to be a little bit shorter because that thing was 25 minutes. But if you need help on Clubhouse and there's still things you don't know, definitely check out that Clubhouse tutorial because it's packed with a lot of good content and has screenshots and it shows you exactly what it looks like. So definitely look at that if you need help. And then be on the lookout for part 2 because somewhere deep down, I'm going to muster up enough strength to do the part 2 with all the new stuff.
I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, girl, but I, make sure to just woosah beforehand.
Yeah.
Because
I think maybe I'm bad at editing because for every 6 minutes of video, it takes me about an hour to edit. And I'm just like, and the video is 25 minutes. So
no, ma'am.
I had to eat lunch and I had to go outside. I was just like, I'm done. I'm like, wrong.
I'm like you. I would need a production team if I want to even start editing. And because I'm not, this is one of those things I cannot do. And I'm not ashamed to say I just can't do it. So I don't, if it's a blooper, it'll be a blooper. But, I just cannot do it. I just can't.
I had to add the pictures on the screen. So I had to go through and watch and then add the picture. So it wasn't even about me messing up. It was like I had to have the right screenshots in the right place so you could see what you were supposed to be doing. It was just unreal.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, and Christy.
She hadn't borrowed Mom's phone. I know.
You and Rhonda. Like, Rhonda and I was talking like we need a GoFundMe account just for Rhonda so we can get her.
I'm kindly taking collection. I was like, I need a GoFundMe page for an iPhone. I'm gonna see how many people are gonna donate.
Yes.
I had to put my business first.
Yes, and then just for anybody watching, who doesn't have an iPhone but you do want to participate in Clubhouse, or you want to download the Curtsy app, which is very similar to the Poshmark app. The Curtsy app link is in the description below. The promo code for $10 is SWAGS. And you get $10 just like if you had signed up for Poshmark. And it's very similar to Poshmark for the seller. It's slightly different for the buyer, meaning it has more features for the buyer. But for the seller, it's the same thing. But if you need an iPhone and want to either participate in Flyp, the link is down in the bio as well, to be a pro seller where you can get consigned items sent to you. So it's free inventory. And then once you sell it, then you pay for the item and you set the percentage. So you kind of already know what you're going to pay for the item. But the point is, Target has iPhones under Total Wireless, which is a prepaid service. for about $160, and you don't have to connect the service. So I have an iPad, but we also got an iPhone for my husband so he could participate in some of the other things. And this is the one I got from Target on Total Wireless for $160. And then apparently he just made a sale that I just saw. And I don't connect it. I just use the Wi-Fi here at the house. Like we never take it out of the house. So if you need an inexpensive inexpensive Wi-Fi, if you need an inexpensive iPhone, $160 at Target under Total Wireless. And then what was I gonna say? Something about the iPhone. I forgot. And I just got my case off of Amazon, but I was going to say something else. But yeah, just use it at the house and don't connect the service, because who needs to pay the monthly service? You just buy the phone and use it straight out of the box. I was going to say something.
And that's a good deal. I mean, I'm actually kind of looking into just going over there and picking one up. I just, if I'm going to get it, I just need to go get it and connect. Yes. That's all I need to do. Those steps right there.
Yep, and that's it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ava. You're so sweet.
Oh, that's awesome sauce, Ava. Congrats.
Oh, what I was gonna say is an iPhone 7. That's what I was gonna say. It's a 7. So it's not like the 11 or the 12. It's the iPhone 7, which I looked into and I'm like, okay, how long can I use this before they update me out? But that's the one, because they say don't get anything below an iPhone 7, because as the new updates come out, it's going to make it obsolete. So it is an iPhone 7. If you can afford, or someone can give you something higher than a 7, that's great. But the 7 is the lowest you can go. And Target didn't even have, well, at least for Total Wireless, they didn't have anything higher than a 7. And it is 32 gigabytes. They did not have online or in the store something bigger than 32 gigabytes. And that was fine, because I don't plan on storing photos on there. Once I put everything, or my husband doesn't plan on storing photos, whatever. Once we put everything on there, then we just delete them off. So, because I don't know how to use the cloud or whatever. So, So yes, Slayers, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you got great detailed information on Fiverr, kind of how to use it and kind of how it works. Definitely remember that Rhonda has Brunch with the Diva on tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram, but then look out for her new series coming to YouTube starting in February. You do not want to miss out on that. And then myself and Brittany from Brittany All Bossed Up will be here tomorrow, which is Wednesday at 10:45. That is the new Wednesday time, because I am only live during my child's lunch break, so I can be participatory with her in class. And by participate, I mean sit there and make sure she's actually working. So Wednesday is early day for her school, so it's Wednesdays at 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am still gonna say we are here every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it's just easier to say that. But just be aware that Wednesdays is myself and Brittany from Brittany All Bossed Up at 10:45 on Wednesday. Not sure the topic for tomorrow, but the following Wednesday, it will be what sold Wednesdays. Brittany and I are going to share with you what we've sold on our different platforms, so you can get an idea of what's selling, to make sure you're listing those items and you have them up for sale. And to get an idea of the price points that they're selling for, at least for us, always run your comps. But we're going to continue that series, so it helps you look at how you can curate your closet, what you're putting in it, and what's moving on the different platforms. You know, we're here for entrepreneurial education. Most of us are mainly resellers and get our big chunk of our money from reselling, or something else that's passive that we haven't mastered yet, so we don't share yet. But always come here for entrepreneurial tips, reseller tips. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to DM. Rhonda and I and Brittany are more than happy to research a topic and then come and bring you the information that we find. So I do want to thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we will see you tomorrow, Slayers. Bye.